Welcome to the Any Last Words podcast. Four overzealous friends severely in over their heads navigate what they claim to be areas of their own expertise, be it nerd culture, politics, or critiquing media.
Join us, if you will.
For these may very well be
Our last words.
Nec Ultima Verba.
He got things moving to the point where an absolute tidal wave of elephant feces came out and actually ended up killing him. Not the elephant, the guy who administered the oil.
Oh my god, so that was literally explosive diarrhea.
No way!
Brendan's just on his deathbed and we have to bring in an elephant
He
to shit on him.
fantasizes about dying that way.
I mean, would you rather be burned alive or get pooped on by an elephant? You know? Come on.
Okay, Brandon, do the thing.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Any Last Words podcast, rated 13 out of 3, not that cold nipples on a witch's tit, because we started recording this pretty early, but now it's not that early, and it's only a little bit cold. My name is Callan. You knew that already. That's all that matters. You don't need to know anything else. You don't need to know my internet search history. I don't need to know it. Or my criminal background, of which I do have. Adjacent to me is my first favorite manager in the whole fucking world.
It's Reggie, it's me, good morning. It's not that early anymore, but I still made them wake up early.
Is fine. We need to start waking up earlier anyways. Talking about Brandon's never going to wake up again because he's dead.
Yeah.
He died horrifically in a tragic accident.
No, it was because he was constipated.
Well, it was kind of horrific. Like, it wasn't the greatest thing to watch.
He died from constipation.
I'm pretty sure that can happen.
Yeah, I know. And Brand's stupid enough to do it.
He really is.
Knock.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oops.
That's the door knocking.
Yeah. Hello, I'm the door. I'm Brandon. Hi.
I'm the
Brandon's reincarnated as a door, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Sorry I'm late. I was dead for a little while, as you know, and then I got the hang of it. It's fine. It's fine now.
So you finally got it
How does
out?
one get the hang of death?
Well,
That's what she said.
you know, have you ever been dead before, Callan?
No, but I wish I was.
Well, okay. Basically, what you got to do is once you enter like
Basically, what do you gotta do?
okay, once you enter like the first dead world, right? What you got to do is you got to completely strip down because you need to see what your skeleton looks like, so you don't get it mixed up with other people's, right?
Naturally.
Then what you got to do is you got to waltz right up to Death's door. It's not really Death's door; it's more like his assistant, whose name is Dimitri. Dimitri, yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, and then Dimitri will just guide you through the whole process of, getting your hair changed into just the scalp. That's a bit of a gruesome process. It's kind of gross to look
I believe
at.
it's called scalping.
No, it's called getting your scalp removed.
Yeah, scalping.
No, it's getting your scalp removed. Trust me, I'm an expert at this already.
I'm sure you are.
I am sure I am too. Thank you.
I hope you are.
I know
For
you
your
are,
sake,
but what
I
am
hope
I?
you are.
Yeah, same. Wow. Well, anyways, I'm here now.
Oh,
That's
no.
all. That's all that matters. You don't need to know how I came back.
Yes.
But yeah. Don't worry.
Hmm.
Hi.
Yes.
Hello, it's me.
Hello. See, when Reggie brought up constipation and death by constipation, all I could remember is this one instance of this circus elephant. I forgot the name of it, but let's just call it Lucy.
Okay.
And this elephant was severely constipated, probably because it was being fed really bad food, because we're talking like early 19th century circus kind of shit, animal rights didn't exist. So it wasn't a very happy elephant. But someone had the bright idea of standing behind said elephant and then injecting like canola oil, vegetable oil into its ass to, help things speed along. And, so he did so. He plunged it right in, got things moving.
That's what she said.
He got things moving to the point where an absolute tidal wave of elephant feces came out and actually ended up killing him. Not the elephant, the guy who administered the oil.
Oh my god! So that was literally explosive
No
diarrhea.
way.
It was literally explosive diarrhea.
Holy cow!
That's
That's
quite cool.
that's kind of a good way to go out.
No, it isn't.
I mean, okay, it isn't, but
Like, I mean,
Brandon wants
it's
to go out that
karmic.
way.
I'm sure Brendan does. Brendan's just on his deathbed, and we have to bring in an elephant
He
to shit on him.
fantasizes about dying that way.
I mean, would you rather be burned alive or get pooped on by an elephant? Come on.
Well, I mean,
If you compare it that way.
sure, but like, why are you being burnt alive in the first place?
Volcanoes.
Why didn't you compare it to something much more its size?
But if it's a volcano, then it's instant.
Okay. Would you rather be next to a whale when it explodes on the beach? Or would you
I
rather,
remember that.
Would you rather be pooped on by an elephant? Which one?
Okay, fine. It's the elephant again.
Thank you.
Well, how close are we standing to the whale?
Right next to it, like you're like it's like the leaning tower of Pisa where you're holding it up.
I was gonna say the same thing.
But you don't stand next to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry. I thought you meant like taking a photo from a distance.
Like from
and,
a distance.
pretending. Yeah, not like literally standing next to it and putting your hands on it. Is that even allowed? Probably.
Aren't you allowed to walk in there?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Really?
Yeah.
I assume
Isn't
so.
it just from the
I
bottom there?
think.
How else is it going to make money? They don't make money from people just standing there taking photos.
But that's how everything else makes money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you want to go into the place. That's the
Imagine
main
being
attraction.
one of those. You just get money just for standing and looking like you're
I wish I
falling.
could get money for that.
That's kind of what every reality TV show is.
Damn, reality TV sucks.
Well, it's
I
sometimes pretty good.
was watching MasterChef last night for the
As you do?
first time in a very long time.
Hasn't
Because-
it changed a lot?
What?
Hasn't it changed a lot?
I
A
think
lot of the
so.
judges aren't the same.
Yeah, like they've changed the judges up, definitely.
Yeah.
And but I remember now why I don't like watching MasterChef.
Why?
But just to be brief, but like it was an immunity challenge. They were given a secret ingredient, yada yada. It was 2-minute noodle packets. And I remember like seeing all these contestants and like, oh my god, I have no idea what to do with these.
What?
Yeah, because they only bring out really bitchy people. Like everyone's voice on that show just screams upper class white, really bitchy, only where they are because of their parents.
Yeah, that's where the money is, Callan. That's where the money is.
And then there's like the couple Asian contestants who can actually cook decently.
Yeah, that's like all reality
Yeah.
shows.
Oh,
But
it's
they
still-
don't let the Asian people talk. They don't talk as often. And you just see these like white bitches like, oh my god, you can do it. It's like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Because they've always got something to say, and it's not as bad as like My Kitchen Rules or anything like that. Where
It isn't, no.
like My Kitchen
I
Rules,
actually
it's not
like
even about
My
the
Kitchen
cooking,
Rules, though.
but it's
Like,
not even
yeah,
about the
that's-
cooking half the time. That's
It
the
really
problem.
isn't. It's about how like they've found the most disturbing people they can, and they get them to start
Yeah.
arguing
Yeah.
and shit. At least they recognize what they are.
Yeah.
MasterChef pretends that it is something. It's not.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's gone, so they're nothing.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah,
only
that makes
reason
sense.
why MasterChef is even tolerable is because Gordon Ramsay's there and he's actually holding anyone to account.
Yeah.
But he's
like,
not
hell-
there anymore.
I know, he's not there, so it's gone. Like, hell, they literally made him, like, cut up a chicken blindfolded,
Yeah.
just to, like, stunt on people. He
Yeah.
filleted salmon in, like, seconds,
I
just
saw
for
that, yeah.
shits and giggles.
Mm.
Now the judges are fucking whiny-ass bitches. And I don't like them.
Mm.
They've got
Completely
no
agree.
personality to them.
Yeah.
And they don't make any decent contributions. Like, it's just annoying.
Yeah.
I hated it.
That's fair enough. Reality TV overall is just it can be weird at times. Like even
No, but it
Hell's
can be
Kitchen,
entertaining sometimes.
It
Like, I
can
was-
be, but
I
on the
was talking-
rarest of occasions.
like Kitchen Nightmares is peak reality TV in my opinion. 'cause
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but that's
good.
Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah.
It's got Gordon
That's
Ramsay.
literally Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, I
Look,
know.
Gordon Ramsay is the recipe for good reality TV.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he even makes stuff like Hell's Kitchen really good. Because
I
you know
love
how
that.
ridiculous that show is sometimes?
The
Full on-
premises of the show are hilarious.
They choose the worst restaurant.
I mean, that's the idea.
Exactly.
It's like, oh my god.
They just want to make him mad.
Some of the contestants, I swear to God, like they full on suffer from like mini heart attacks or something halfway through an episode, and it's just like,
I
the hell?
would. Gordon Ramsay's there calling my
Gordon's
food
like, what
shit.
the fuck are you doing?
yeah, okay, fair
Get
enough.
up from your heart attack.
Wake up!
But
You're fucking deluded.
What are you, an idiot sandwich?
no, but I'm pretty sure because the clip that I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure it was just them
You
cleaning
fucking
afterwards.
donkey.
No, but he wasn't even there. That's what makes it funny.
Oh no.
God, but anyways, just real quick to acknowledge the budgie in the room, or rather lack thereof. Yes, unfortunately, Budgie is
Lack
unable to
thereof.
continue with us. Don't
Budgie's
judge-
gone pro.
She's gone
Yes.
Yes.
for it.
Our
Very pro.
gamer girl has
Become a gamer woman.
gone to game.
Yeah.
Gone to gamer woman? Jesus Christ.
Do you have any better thing to say,
Well, okay.
Callan?
She's reached the next level.
Oh. Damn it. That was,
Nah,
that
it doesn't
was
happen.
better.
Really?
Nah.
Compared to gamer woman, Brandon?
No, oh, no.
Are you alright?
I don't
No.
think Brandon's
Okay.
ever okay.
Never have been.
I think he's
Yes.
lagging.
He might be.
But
Yeah, it is a bit
But
early.
yes, Budgie has decided to allocate her time because she's got a lot more free time now, but she's decided, well, hey, she's practically pro anyway, so why not just lean into that shit?
yeah.
So soon she's going to be winning like fucking Woolworths gift cards.
To give to
Ashay.
us.
Exactly. Or like
Yeah.
maybe EB Games gift cards, which we can spend on more
Exactly.
expensive microphones.
She's doing it for the podcast.
She really
is.
Shay.
What's Shay?
Oh no.
Oh
God
my.
damn it. Well, yes. Either way, that's the budgie in
Yeah.
the room.
We're very
Yes.
sorry that she's gone. But
She's
hell,
here in our
we're
hearts.
here.
Now you're stuck
Yeah.
with us.
We're all here in spirit.
Exactly. If you
No,
feel
we're
like
all
you're
actually,
interesting enough and validify, being Budgie's replacement, then let us know by sending in a detailed essay and a 20-minute video of just, yourself presenting.
Send us your
obviously-
resume. Send us your
Yes.
resume.
And make sure it's done properly, not like Brand's one.
Yes, Brandon has a horrible resume.
What the hell? I fixed it, guys.
No,
this happened over-
Reggie
okay,
had
no,
to
no.
fix
I
it.
had to
No.
tell you what to
Okay,
do.
hold up. I'm taking control of this. No, I'm gonna wear it like
That's
a
a
badge.
first.
All
Okay.
right. So
I like to see you try.
Okay. See, what happened was I had a resume. It was a really crappy resume. I even acknowledged that. Right? And I wanted some advice on how to improve it, so I sent it to Reggie. Big mistake. I shouldn't have done that.
No, I asked
It
you to
was the
send it
best
to me
decision of your
because
life.
I was like, maybe there's something wrong with your resume. He was like, yeah, maybe. So I was like, send it to me so I
Yeah.
can go check over it.
Exactly. And then she did, and then she made fun of me. So then I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to fix
Hey,
this.
no, I didn't make fun of you. I told you your flaws and your mistakes.
Yeah.
Basically,
Okay.
what Brand does is just list a whole lot of.
No, you see
All
here
this
across the top,
education.
right there, it says under name, Brandon.
Yeah.
No, that's a mistake. You shouldn't even let them know who you are until they've already hired you.
And he just lists all his education and places he's been and not actually talk about himself
Look,
or
my
why he
defense-
wants a job.
in my defense, I had no idea what I was doing when I created that to begin with. But now I've actually got a proper functioning, nice-looking resume that
Mhm.
actually gets the point across. And I haven't sent it to these guys because they're going to make
Do you
fun
have
of
a
me even
job
more.
yet?
No.
Maybe you should send it to us again.
Yeah. You never sent it to me for some reason.
Why, Callan, if I sent it to you, I don't know what would happen. Actually, it'd probably be better than sending it to Reggie.
I did
What do you
work
mean? I'm
studies for
manager
2
Reggie,
weeks.
and I've actually got a job.
That's true. See, yeah, exactly, Callan. That's why I sent it to manager Reggie only. Because
Yeah, but you want to know who came
First, the
first
chicken or the
in... Well, I mean, we already know the answer to that one, the egg. But
I think
the
it was
individual...
the chicken.
No, it's the egg.
But it's the chicken.
It is
God.
scientifically the egg. It's been proven. Well, I mean, it's not even proven. It's just a known fact.
No, but it's the chicken.
It was just
But-
like one day a dinosaur just laid an egg and a chicken came out for some reason, and they were
Well,
really
that's highly
confused.
abbreviated, but yes, essentially, there was a threshold where a creature that wasn't a chicken laid an egg, and then the egg mutated to the point where it became a chicken.
Yeah, but the animal came first, yeah?
Yeah, but that wasn't a chicken. That was a completely different animal.
Are you
It
sure
was
it wasn't
actually
like
it was actually like a big lizard. And it
No,
just-
it would have been a bird.
it was
a big lizard that's a chicken?
Dinosaurs are closely related to birds.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean,
Isn't
they're,
it
close,
like-
they're
wasn't
more
it-
closely related to birds than they are reptiles.
Yeah, hasn't it been proven that most dinosaurs just had
Had
feathers
feathers.
instead
Yeah,
of scales?
yeah. And that
Yeah.
chickens are actually dinosaurs.
All birds are.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that chickens are related to like alligators and crocodiles?
Well, distantly, but yes.
Oh my god.
That's why they look so similar.
That makes
my
sense,
God.
actually. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a bird's feet?
Yeah,
Like, they're filled with claws, and you can just see, like, they've got those...
that's true.
They've got that distribution of toes that just really fits with carnivorous dinosaurs and whatnot.
Mhm.
Like, you can see the similarities between birds and big lizard dinosaurs.
Yeah, like the
and
cassowary especially is probably
cassowaries,
like the best living
emus,
example. Yeah.
Yeah, etc. But I mean, even chickens, like if you get rid of the feathers and whatnot, I mean, okay, even that's not very flattering, but you get the idea. Like, it's got the legs of a dinosaur, just
Yeah.
very small.
Yeah, kind of sad how most birds kind of got the worst of it in terms. They kind of evolved backwards, didn't they? Went from these huge, giant
Well,
monsters.
technically, it's an evolutionary advantage.
Is it?
I mean, considering the period of time when the dinosaurs existed, back then it was advantageous to be large, because larger animals are more efficient with energy conservation and hunting and dominance over the area. But after the extinction event at the end of the Cretaceous era 65 million years ago, yada yada, resources became a lot more scarce because, funnily enough, the apocalypse happened. So everything had to start downsizing, otherwise they wouldn't be able to survive as easily. Because they'd need more resources in a world where there are hardly any resources. And while it's easier for like larger animals to go longer periods of time without eating, it just became cumbersome and unbeneficial.
Well, see,
yeah, hence
we
we
learn things
started
here.
downsizing.
Yeah, we all do. We downsize.
But then we
eventually.
started upsizing again. Like, I mean, we've got like massive ocean life and whatnot,
Yeah.
which are now immune to cancer.
Really
Whoa.
Yeah.
good on them.
Goody. I should be saving this for the aquatic special, but it's the cancer paradox, where if you get to an extremely large size, cancer becomes less effective, because by the time that a cancer grows large enough to be of any issue to you, it will either have killed itself or just died off of its own accord. So, yeah, like elephants, they don't get cancer. Whales certainly don't get cancer. And it goes the other way around as well, I'm pretty sure. The smaller you are, the less likely you are to get cancer, because, I mean, you're fucking tiny. You've got
There's
a
less.
metabolism.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're kind of right in the middle, you know?
Damn.
So we get cancer.
That's sad.
Damn it. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hence why we should all just really just work
Get
towards
big.
getting extraordinarily fat. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're all obese as hell, we'll just never get cancer.
So that's why Wall-E
I feel
is
like
paradise.
you just die before then. Because
Yeah, but
you're
at least
obese.
you won't die of cancer.
Nah, I'd rather die of cancer than die because I'm obese.
Gee, thanks.
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. You just said it.
I implied it myself because if I make the fat jokes, no one else will. It's genius.
Yeah, you gotta own
If
it.
I say it first, they can't hurt me.
Exactly.
Yep.
But
Like
yes.
that's what I just did with the resume thing.
I mean, that's kind of
Exactly.
true.
It
It's
is.
like if you criticize yourself and you know all your flaws, and then somebody tells you like, "Yes, I know."
It's like, yeah, I know. I've been talking about it for the past 20 minutes.
I
Where the
know.
fuck have you been?
Yeah, but then that
Exactly.
gets kind of sad, doesn't it? Because it's like, oh yeah, wow.
But
No.
like,
Yeah.
it's
But you
also the ultimate recognition of oneself and coming to
Exactly.
acceptance.
It's like the other
True.
day with one of my workmates, because usually we tease each other and we just call each other names, and we swear at each other. I'm sorry.
Yeah, naturally.
I was like, she looked at me and I looked at her. I was like, "You're a freaking bitch ass whore." And she's like, "Yeah, and?"
Yeah, that works.
And I was like, "Nothing. I'm just telling you."
Yeah,
It's a matter of fact.
It's like I always say, you can't break what's already broken.
Oh, Brandon just swore.
What?
Whoa.
He said you can't.
Wait, what? I don't get it.
Oh no, it'd be funny.
Also, just to clarify, I've never sworn in my life.
He
apparently.
hasn't. This is, as far as I'm aware, in the many years of friendship that I've had with one
6.
Bran, he's never sworn. And we had a running bet for a while that he would swear at the end of our high school education.
Yeah.
And he had the prime time for it as well. He ended up on the student council as, like, you know, the worst possible position on the student council.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
no, I have a feeling that the positions related to sports got it worse because they couldn't do anything.
Well, my position was more so, help all the other captains. That was our job, pretty
Hand
much.
out food at occasions.
Not really. That was left to the hospitality kids.
Weren't you
No, like the students. The students
Like, yeah.
in hospitality. Yes. So my
It's
position.
funny, the hospitality captains kind of did fuck all.
Yeah. Thanks.
It's okay. No one else did anything either.
Yeah, it was because there was nothing to do. Is the thing.
Well, yeah, but also because they wouldn't have done anything anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is nothing that substantiates school politics to real life experience in any way.
Mm.
Coming from someone who is very versed in the topic.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was kind of not very fun as I would have liked it to have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had our weekly meetings and stuff, fortnightly meetings and stuff, but there was nothing to do. It was just we met up just to chat and eat. That's all.
It's pointless. I genuinely do not see any purpose in any school. I feel like, I mean, you see an anime, and I'm drawing this comparison because I think it's funny, but whenever they feature like a school student body, like a head or a council, they act as if the student council owns the entire fucking country, and they're just the most powerful force you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
And even teachers like bow down out of respect whenever the fucking school captain walks in, because the school captain's father is the head of the UN, and they've made a $3 billion donation last weekend.
Yeah, well, that's basically what happened. You know, Jaden was the school captain, and everyone respected him and him only. You know,
well, that's because it's Jaden. Like,
Yeah.
the only reason why there was any reason or purpose behind the existence of that position was because of Jaden. And let's be honest, Jaden would have done what he did irregardless of the position.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, there is absolutely no substantiation towards there being a student body council of any sort. I think it's completely arbitrary because, I mean, there's no gravity behind it. If schools aren't going to apply anything towards it, then it's just fucking pointless.
I mean, it's good on the resume.
Genuinely... Yeah, but like it's got on a resume for like 5 months while you're searching for a job during your final years. The moment you get into university, if you start talking about how you're a school captain, it's like, oh, fuck off, you pretentious twat.
Yeah.
You know, no one gives a shit.
That's true.
No one cares about your ATAR like a couple months after you've left school. Like, oh, congratulations, but do you have life skills, or are you just a fucking
Yeah, it's more
driftwood?
important. It's more important what uni you got into. Like if you say, "Oh,"
even then, like that's a bit whatever.
Yeah, true. Because if you just never heard of the uni, then people don't really care.
Exactly.
It's like me with my primary school. Nobody knew where I came from.
Exactly. It genuinely doesn't matter. So I feel like either schools need to step up what it is for there to be a council, in other words, a democracy,
Yeah.
like actually instituting some level of, emulation of a government body of sorts. Like there should be something there which is actually, communal rather than, okay, here's like 4 people and they're just going to lead a presentation every now and then because we don't want to. That's literally all it is. As far as I'm concerned, that is the only reason why that they've ever instituted something along the lines of a student council.
Because they're lazy.
Because they're lazy and they don't want to present themselves.
Yeah, that's
And
what I think too.
That's the thing as well. Like last year, we actually did have an opportunity to do something creative, which happened halfway throughout the year.
I've already forgotten what it was, so please enlighten me.
So at school we had this thing called Champagne Day, which is basically just it's like the annual
a school
fair.
fete.
Yeah.
Fair shit.
Yeah, just a carnival that happens where we get to celebrate and eat food and go on rides and stuff, which is a lot of fun. But because of COVID, couldn't do that. So instead, the SRC, we got tasked with creating a video for that, and we had full creative liberty over it, which I thought was weird to begin with. Like, you're going to let us make all the decisions as to what we put in and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We only had 2 weeks. So we ended up making a 20-minute video, and it kind of, when we showed it off to the principal, they were like, yeah, no. And it got scrapped, and we weren't allowed to show it at all.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Did you ever end up sharing it with me? I can't remember.
I don't know. It's on my old computer somewhere.
Probably not. Either way,
Yeah.
I'd like to see it at some point just so I can laugh at it.
Honestly, it was kind of cringy. Like,
yeah, I know how your work is and the rest of them.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like,
How kind of you.
yeah, I mean, as fun as it was to make and record and that sort of thing, it's just your typical.
And that just feels like an extraordinarily offhanded thing. Like they didn't exactly give a shit.
That's the problem, though. Like, they told us to do this thing. We spent hours on it, right? And even though it didn't, looking back on it now is kind of cringy, we still spent a lot of time working hard on it, trying to make it as good as possible for people so they could have something for when the day came, rather than have nothing at all. And they didn't even show it or tell us why they weren't going to show it. And yeah, that was very annoying because I stayed up late that night editing until like 3 a.m. and then got into school and they just said, nah, we're not doing it, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you should have done from that point is you should have fought for it, essentially. Like,
yeah, I mean,
gone after them tooth and claw.
We did. And our principal could be a bit difficult at times. He's a bit stubborn.
He was a nut.
He's a fucking prude, okay? Just get it out with. He's not exactly an interesting person.
No, and he was at least nice enough to come and apologize to us in person. But yeah, we did try and fight for it to be shown, and it only got shown like on our very last day of school, which
Oh, was that that weird thing where you did the Brooklyn Nine-Nine intro and all that crap?
Yeah,
it was that one, yeah.
Which had the horrible audio mixing and really bad lighting.
Thanks, Colin. Thank you.
No,
the lighting was actually terrible.
Oh, it was that crap video at the end, I remember.
Yeah. I thought it was funny, though.
I liked it.
That's what mattered.
God, yeah. They didn't even play, like, the final one. They played the I don't know how they got their hands on it, but it was like a test run thing just so I could see if it was all actually working, if the rendering was fine and that sort of thing. And yeah, it was called David as well.
As one does.
Yeah. But that's fine. Yeah. Either way, that was like the one thing that we actually had control over, and it didn't amount to really anything at all.
Well, that just about says it, really. School politics is pointless, and realistically, unless there's going to be any sort of like educational purpose, I could see, like, schools using this to actually teach, politics.
Or
Because,
leadership skills, that sort of thing. You
well,
know?
Yeah.
fuck off. No one gives a shit about leadership skills. You could learn that at fucking Boy Scouts for all I care.
Yeah, I know, but this is free. Well, not free, but
Well, yeah, but still, like, people could actually learn about, real world politics and application and
that's
whatnot.
true.
Because people are coming out of high school voting age and they've got no idea what anything is on the news. They have no idea about, political terms and whatnot, or different parties and political ideologies and whatnot.
Unless you did legal studies or something. in
Yeah,
12,
and even then, it's like that's a bit off the nose. That's not
Yeah.
exactly like politics. That's law
Yeah.
with political application. That's not really like legislation passed for that's going to impact your life, because funnily enough, it is like as it is right now, like a Medicare is being absolutely slashed into shits, and it's because people vote liberal.
See, I have no idea what that means, and
Exactly.
I don't.
I'm not good with politics.
Exactly.
And I
That's
don't
why, yeah.
care. I don't care to learn about it either, because I just don't know why it's important.
I feel
As well.
like it is important. It's just I don't really want to.
Let's
Yeah.
just put it this way: the current MP, which is in charge of the health, let's say, the MP for health in Australia, he spent the past couple of years promoting an American-inspired health insurance scheme.
Don't you have to pay for that in America?
Yeah, and they've started implementing that very slowly. So very recently, Medicare, which is essentially our free public healthcare system, what the Morrison government have done is they've slashed hundreds of procedures from the Medicare list. So suddenly things like vital surgeries for like knees and hips and bones and all kinds of shit, heart surgeries and whatnot, they're off the Medicare list. So suddenly people are paying tens of thousands of dollars for surgeries that only recently, up until now, were free, essentially.
Why? That's mean.
Because of but because the Liberal government is a conservative force and they support the privatization of Medicare, because that's what their political ideology is, which is stop giving away free shit to poor people.
That's
Obviously, that's what they're gonna do, and since they're in power, they can do that. Compared to back in the day, I think it was John Howard, but someone else tell me off if I was wrong. It could have been any number of other people. But back in the day, the Labour Party installed Medicare in the first place. And it's been running for several decades, and throughout that time, the Liberal Party have been voting against it consistently to make cuts to it or to abolish it. 27 times, I believe. Overall, they've voted to just abolish it. Many more times, they've voted to make significant cuts to it.
Damn.
Politics matters at the end of the day, because at some point, Brendan, you might have to go in for surgery, and because, we're under liberal rule at the time, perhaps, you'll end up paying $54,000 because you had a heart attack.
Damn. Yeah.
It matters, You can tell I'm being serious because I'm using my really high voice.
I don't trust that.
Yeah, no.
It
it impacts all aspects of everyone's lives, essentially.
It does, but I couldn't care less.
Well, when you have a heart attack,
Then
I'm not
die.
helping. Okay, fair enough. I'm just saying, but you could not die for the price of free with Medicare.
Price of free.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Or you could wish you were dead for $55,000. It's probably more than that, actually.
What?
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure it's close to $100,000. Heart attack USA cost.
Oh, he's searching it.
I'm too lazy to Google it. The average
Well, fair enough.
2010, an article by CBS News. The average cost of a less severe heart attack is about $760,000.
Ugh.
That's not enough.
Another one by the Commonwealth Fund in 2019. A heart attack will set you up $164,000. I mean, yeah. There are a lot of numbers here. They're all very big.
Mm. Does the money you pay at least like go towards the people who are actually doing the surgeries and stuff? Or does it just go straight to the government as like a tax?
Well, I mean, it's going to pay the same thing, but at the end of the day, doctors and whatnot are also underpaid. Like, even now during the coronavirus, they're not labeled as frontline workers like nurses and doctors, and their pays have been consistently chipped away at throughout the pandemic. They've actually been losing money this past year and losing, like, you know, wages and whatnot.
It sucks. Because, surgeons, in my opinion, are like, they kind of are one of the only few occupations that actually deserves a big pay check, you know, just for what they do and have to go through.
Yeah, and then you see that the government's repaying them by cutting their wages.
Yeah, that's excuse my language, but that's a bit sus.
Yes, and then you see Scott Morrison expending hundreds of millions of dollars into gas and coal right after the G7 summit determined that we should really stop looking into gas and coal.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yes, almost as if, you know, that's kind of gonna kill us all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That won't happen within our lifetimes. You know.
Now you're getting it. Eat the rich, eat the rich, eat the rich, eat the rich.
I was gonna chant with you, but I don't want to.
Fair enough.
It's okay. Oh no. But yes.
Well,
Learn at least a little bit of politics, or at the very least, when it comes to voting, just vote Labour every time. Okay? If you vote for the Greens, then sure, whatever. But don't expect your vote to really matter.
I'm gonna vote for the one that makes life much more entertaining, like with Donald Trump.
Yeah, the memes in that time were great. Totally worth it, right?
Just vote for the one who just seems a lot more fun, yeah?
Oh my god.
Donald Trump. Donald Trump. That's how it works, right?
I mean, I will admit there was a time where I did kind of agree with that, because... Oh my... I mean, and let's be honest, it's not like voting for Joe Biden's done much help either.
See? Because he's not fun.
It's not that he's not fun. I mean, he just... It's hilarious to look at Joe Biden struggle to just be a normal human being.
Yeah, but he's not.
Like, there's...
He's an alien.
The infamous, hello, I'm Joe Biden's wife.
Oh, yeah.
That's always good.
And then someone deep fake it so it makes it look like he's saying, this is my husband.
There's any number of things. And I'm waiting for him to just die any moment now.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty old, isn't he?
He is. I mean, they all are. Okay, I'm surprised Trump is still alive. Because have you seen what Trump eats on a daily basis?
Yeah, he's like...
He's trying to prevent cancer. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's trying to fatten up so he beats the cancer curve.
Yeah.
But yeah, he eats McDonald's every day. He gets multiple Big Macs and like a shit ton of chips and large Diet Cokes.
Is that really accurate, or is that
That's genuinely accurate. Like, when he was living in the White House, he would have like massive orders of McDonald's brought in every day. He had access to the private chefs within the White House. You know, he could have been eating like he was rich, but instead he chose to eat like he was poor. You know?
What does that mean?
But man, Big Macs are pretty good, though. You know, like...
Yes, but like every day?
I know.
How is he not dead? His cholesterol is through the roof.
Chefs make him a good, you know, gourmet Big Mac.
That's the thing. Like, they could. He could be eating really nice burgers and stuff.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
he just wants Maccas.
I don't know if this is true, but isn't there like a presidential fitness test that you're?
There is, and
Did he?
I do not think he passed it, but his office announced that not only did he pass it, but he passed it with flying colours.
I don't
One of the
believe that.
best, one of the best results they've seen.
What?
There's absolutely no footage of him taking this test whatsoever. There's no proof. It's 100% of just lied. It's
I mean,
just straight through the
obviously.
tape. Obviously.
He can't
Oh
be
my
the
gosh.
fittest person.
There's no way. Brandon recalls the days of Unus Annus where we watched Markiplier and Ethan Crank gameplays.
Yeah.
They went through the presidential fitness test, and they're both very young and very fit.
They can do
Very much
backflips.
so. They can. Ethan's a gymnast, and Mark is practically, a bodybuilder at this point compared to some of us, anyways. At least for an Asian man.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at you, Brandon.
Thanks.
Really helping with the curve. But
Thanks.
yeah, they kind of struggled with it. It wasn't the easiest thing to do. There were chin-ups and all kinds of crazy shit.
Was that the one where Mark punched a hole in the wall?
I think it might have been, out of frustration and sadness.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't even do one push-up.
Yeah.
But that's just because I'm just so massive
I just
and
don't
muscular.
like push-ups.
No, push-ups are a bitch.
I know, they're so annoying.
I'm sure if I trained for push-ups, I could get back into it. But just my body doesn't want to do
I
it.
still don't
Push-ups
think
are-
I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
I feel like push-ups are a lot easier though than like sit-ups.
Oh no, I
especially.
like sit-ups.
Sit-ups are
better.
so easy by comparison.
I can't do sit-ups unless I got something like holding my feet down. Is that normal?
I mean,
no,
yeah.
I'd rather have something holding my feet down because it's
Yeah, that just makes it easier.
Okay.
yeah.
But
Because then you
Yeah.
can just pull yourself up rather than having to use momentum to throw yourself up.
yeah.
Yeah.
But is that the point? Like, are you meant to be able to do it without?
Well,
I
it's
mean, when
better
you
if you're
start to-
controlled.
Okay.
When
Like,
you
if you
start
have,
it,
like,
it's
a-
better to
yeah.
do it with
Okay.
weight on your feet.
That makes sense.
Because
But
if you
then-
can have a controlled movement, it's
Yeah.
more beneficial for you.
But the more you do it, you eventually don't need that weight on your
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
When your core finally gets a bit stronger.
Once you lose all
Yeah.
the fat at the
Yeah,
top
yeah.
end.
Oh, God.
But yes.
Well, guys, I think it's time that we hopped into everyone's favorite segment on the
Yes.
Any Last Words
Oh my
podcast.
gosh. Yes.
Callan, introduce us.
Amazing. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. You know what it is. Say it with
Shark
me,
Tank.
everyone at home.
I mean,
Oh my gosh, not Shark Tank. Don't get us goddamn sued by Channel 10 or
sorry,
whoever the
wait,
fuck.
what?
What? None this good.
Guys,
That's
welcome
right.
back
It is
to Bundle
Thunder
Fust.
Bust, Buster Fund, Nutter Dund.
Ooh.
Totally not Shark Tank. That's right, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen. Today we've got ourselves an associate who we have never seen before in our lives, and allegedly his name is Brandonius,
Ooh,
or
yes.
some people call him Brandon.
He's Greek, right? Brandonius, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Good on you.
Thank you.
You caught on to that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. You would have done so well in ancient history.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, anyways. But yes, Brandonius, or Brandon as some of his friends call him, will be presenting to us Brandon's bodacious, bowling, belligerent bees.
Whoa, that's a big one.
I know.
Oh, I guess he will be doing that. Okay. God, wow, yeah. I guess we'll welcome in Brandonius now. Hello. I am Brandonius. Pleasure to meet you all. I am here today to present to you. What was it again? Everyone say it with me now. Brandon's bodacious bowling and belligerent something to do with bees. Yes.
Yay!
Quite
Yeah.
Everyone at home, you said that, right? Because I didn't, so you're going to have to carry for me.
I am going to do that, yes. As a matter of fact, this is an operation that's quite sophisticated. We're located in ancient Greece, you see.
Wow.
Yes. And as I was saying just now when I said ancient Greece, we will be doing the operation referred to as bowling, and bees.
Oh.
Yes, those two things, they go quite well together, as we discovered. You know how
Oh.
bees are slowly going extinct?
This is true.
Yes.
The bowling is designed to save them.
Oh,
Let me tell you how. See,
I like this.
The bowling
throughout
bees.
ancient Greek technology, we have discovered a means to create this fascinating thing called the ball,
Ooh.
made of marble, right? And
Okay.
it's got
like this.
holes in it designed after the strange organisms from the archipelagos, the coconut.
Ooh.
Right? It's got holes in it, basically. And you can
See.
stick your fingers in such holes. And this saves the bees. Let me tell you how it saves the bees.
Wouldn't Greek people put other things in there? Sorry, continue.
It's okay. I understand that. We do. We do. Don't
We
worry
weren't
about it.
going there.
No, don't worry about it. Pompey had it bad. Don't worry. But basically, you know how on beehives they got that big hole in the middle of it
That's
for
what
the
she
bees
said.
to go in?
That's
Yes,
what she
that
said.
is what
Yes.
she said. My wife did say that. But what we figured was if you put your whole hand through that hole, it acts in a similar function to a bowling ball because you want to get it off as quickly as possible, right?
Naturally.
And chuck it at some things that are standing up that should be on the ground. So we decided that instead of throwing the beehives around like we normally do, we'll throw these things called bowling balls with the holes in them, like the coconuts from the archipelagos. So we designed these other fancy things. They're called pins. We don't know why we call them that. That's actually quite frankly a ridiculous name. They're actually not really pins. They're more like weird, obtuse whacking sticks, as we like to call them.
Oh, like
down here in ancient
whack-a-mole.
Greece. Yes, exactly. Actually, and we stack them for some reason as pairs. Yes, as pairs of 10, because we ancient Greeks are so very sophisticated, I must say. And then we take our bowling balls and we chuck them as fast as we can at the pins to just, replicate the feeling of chucking a beehive in a random direction.
Naturally.
We are saving the bees with this brilliant technology. I feel
Right.
Well, I'm glad someone is.
I know, right? If it had to be the ancient Greece, after all, we are the inventors of the. Have you ever heard of the chocolate?
No, I have not.
We invented that
that?
as well. It's basically how do I say it? It's like a little tablet with very sweet exterior, right? And you put it in your mouth and you get to eat it. That's what it is.
Wow.
I know, right? It's quite sophisticated, actually, and only the rich people get to have it.
I really hope you didn't think that you could get away with that in front of an ancient history student, but I'm just going to let that slide.
No, as an ancient Greek person, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
trust
Oh,
me.
okay.
Yes. Anyways,
Why not attribute something like the vending machine to the Greeks because they invented that?
because Callan, we don't need to talk about the vending machine right now. We're
Why
talking about
not?
the bees, Callan. Come on, refocus yourself.
Why don't you put bowling balls that save the bees inside of vending machines?
That's genius. Okay. All right, I'd like to present to you my new idea.
Ooh.
Behold, the vending machine with bowling balls in it. We just developed it just now, thanks to a great mind among us. His name is Colonius V. Yep.
I love this.
Thank
This
you.
idea sounds really great, and
I
whoever
know,
came
right?
up with it's really smart.
They are really, really smart.
I bet they're not even that fat.
They are not. They are absolutely ripped. They destroyed the
Ooh.
whole Greek pantheon on their own. It was amazing. And they have a glorious beard. Definitely.
Haha, Kratos joke.
Santa
anyways.
Claus.
Santa Claus. We invented Santa Claus.
What?
Anyways, I'm
let
getting.
that
Saying
slide
it doesn't
through.
exist?
What? No, we invented him.
They physically created Santa Claus.
Yes, we carved him from marble. You don't understand. Anyways,
But
that's
he
my
does
idea.
exist,
Bowling
right?
balls that save the bees, please.
Santa exists, yeah.
Okay. Good.
Please,
Just
please.
checking.
How do you respond to my bowling balls that save the bees? Just tell me. Be honest.
Well, I like bees.
I
I
like
don't.
This is
balls.
true.
Thank
This is also true.
That's
I
what she
like
said.
balls also.
you.
I will say that technically the species of bee that is dying out or becoming endangered doesn't actually produce that much honey in the grand scope of things, and we don't use them for harvesting honey. So, yeah,
Yes,
that's
but we need money, so we're just going to
yes, I
say
know.
that.
I'm just not going to mention that. So, future me, cut that bit. But just for scientific transparency, I'm just letting it known that I'm not stupid and I know things. But yes, aside from that, Manager Reggie, how do we feel about these bowling balls of Brandon's bodacious and belligerent bowling ball bees shit?
Well, I like balls, so I think
Yeah,
I kind of like it, and I like bees.
yeah,
I think
because
it
bees.
works well.
Yeah, you know what? I like this combo.
Thank you. Thank you
And
very much.
for someone who didn't do ancient history, you tried, you took a gamble.
I did not try. I am from ancient
I am.
Greece. All right, I am. I was there. Were you there, Callan? No, I didn't think so. I was
Ooh.
there.
I was there.
I watched Pompeii blow up.
Really, what day was it?
It was like 20 something AD, I think. That's not important right now. And I don't remember the specific day, all right? It was a bit confusing. Okay.
That was actually kind of close. Well, I mean, aside from the AD bit, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's speculated because there's some coins which have really thrown people through a loop. But we imagine it was on the 24th of August on 79 AD.
See?
So you were close.
Hey, look, all the smoke and fumes that day really got to me, all right? It's been like
You've been
right.
smoking volcanic ash.
Yeah, man.
That's what the oracles used to do, actually. God damn it, I keep tangenting.
It's
Yes.
all good. I'm just going to assume you guys like my idea so much, and I'm just going to walk out with your money.
Yeah, we're
and
funding this.
Thank you very much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
You did
Yeah. You did it!
Thank you.
Woo!
it. Woo!
Brandonius out.
Yes.
You
Oh
did
my
it,
God.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Guys, I'm back. It's me, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Hello.
You just missed Brandonius.
I
He was
know.
kind of chill.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I saw him on the way out. He
Hmm.
seemed really full of himself. Like he knew everything or something. But yeah, anyways, I'm back. Hi. Hello.
Yes, welcome back. It's great to have you back.
Is it?
Yes. I don't know.
I just said that.
If we had an oracle here, we could consult her about it. That's what I kind of liked about Greek society. Like, back then, they actually revered gods and people gave a shit. Like, nowadays, I feel like we don't have the same level of reverence because people are kind of woken up to the idea that, hey, this is starting to feel a bit silly, but I don't want to back out because if I back out, I'll look silly in front of all my friends about this whole religion thing.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, people actually believed that if you didn't, send up some offerings to the gods before you went to war, then you'd be fucking killed. And people actually had that kind of level of reverence to the point where the oracles, of which there were many throughout Greece and even the Roman eras, the Romans respected them also. But they were essentially priestesses who sat at different temples dedicated to different gods and whatnot. And they were considered the mouthpieces of the gods through Apollo. And they were essentially just sitting there getting high, essentially. That was their job. The Oracle of Delphi, she sat in a temple on the side of, a mountain in Delphi, and she got high off of volcanic fumes. She was literally sitting on top of like a vent situated on top of a volcanic deposit, and she was just getting high off of this ash and fume, and her every word was taken as literal words of gods. And the oracles were considered more powerful in the pecking order than Roman emperors. Like, their words were literal law and order. If they said that the emperor was a fucking fat neek and really short and smelt bad, then that was the law of the universe. For the god Apollo had decreed it such through this middle-aged woman sitting on a mountain.
Dang.
Interesting.
I feel like we should return to that system of government,
We'll come back to this.
We really should.
We should all
Yeah.
just praise Hades, right? Like, you know, it's probably going to be benefit us.
Unironically, Hades isn't even that bad
I know,
compared to
right?
the rest of the Pantheon. Like,
Yeah.
you've played the Hades game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how in-depth that goes.
I mean, he's a terrible father, but, like, he's kind of a nice guy, you know?
And even then, it's just like, well, that's an adaptation of Hades as an individual.
Yeah.
I mean,
Disney,
Hades... Yeah, Disney kind of shat on Hades. So did everyone else. Because, I mean, there's just that cultural idea, like, oh, he's God of the dead, hence, therefore, he's horrible and mean and nasty.
Yeah, he's not even the one that causes the death, right? It's like...
He's just, you know, taking care of things afterwards.
Yeah.
And... I mean, the one thing that a lot of people point to is the story and mythology of Hades and Persephone, the daughter of Demeter. And where
that's
like
a
people
big plot point in the game.
say that Hades essentially kidnapped Persephone to take her, you know, for marriage purposes because he loved her and whatnot. But what most people don't recognize is that it was kind of, you know, they were in love with each other. Like, not to mention, it was kind of Zeus's fault because Zeus, I'm pretty sure Zeus promised Demeter's hand to Hades, and then, you know, Hades, you know, came along and collected that because, you know, Zeus said he could. And then, no, it was Persephone, I mixed them up. But yes, Demeter, you know, mum, she got fucking pissed, obviously. But it was all Zeus, and and now, you know, they essentially blamed winter on Hades because for half a year in the marital agreement, then Persephone goes down into the underworld, and then Demeter causes a big fuss and starts winter by being really sad.
Yeah, and then a few months later, Ragnarok comes.
Woo!
Fenrir storms down and just wrecks things up.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bar's kind of low for being a good Greek god. You just don't have to rape people, essentially.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Zeus.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not even being sarcastic. Like, I mean, Hades, there aren't really any stories of Hades, you know, coming down to Earth and then fornicating with people. Meanwhile, Zeus is well known for it. Like, there was...
Everyone.
Everyone. I mean, let's just be honest, like, every demigod you've ever heard of, or, like, and whatnot, all the heroes, they're essentially a result of Zeus going down and, you know, cheating on Hera, which is kind of ironic because Hera is literally the goddess of, like, marriage and union and whatnot.
Yeah.
So Zeus is literally just shitting on her entire existence by fornicating with every random woman he sees.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of understand why Hera keeps trying to kill all his kids.
Yeah, and I can kind of understand why Kratos wanted to kill them all. That makes sense, yeah. That's why they don't exist anymore, guys, if you didn't know.
But this is why I prefer, like, the Greek pantheon, technically the Roman pantheon, the Norse mythology, their pantheon. I prefer them because the people that came up with them recognized what the gods were. Yeah. They were, like, caricatures of humanity. They were very human gods compared to what we have nowadays. Well, not just nowadays, but like for the past couple of thousand years or so, with like monotheistic religions where they try to create some higher purpose of existence for themselves through the existence of a god. But the Greeks just, and everyone else, they just said, well, there's some fucking gods and they do some fucking shit and they're all fucking cunts.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a much more humane idea of what, you know, reality is. It feels a lot more human, and it's good for their purposes because they really like, you know, writing plays and shit. So
yeah, it's just all in good fun.
Yeah, like they were just living life. The cult of Dionysus, getting high and having lots of sex. It was great.
Yeah.
It helped with biodiversity because you can't kill as many cows as you'd like because they're sacred. Everyone wins.
I like cows.
Cows are nice.
You know what's better than cows?
Pigs.
Burgers.
This is true. I love burgers a lot more than cows.
Yeah, same here, I'm afraid to say.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's worth it though.
Especially the Big Mac.
I could go for a Big
no
Mac
wonder he
right
likes
now.
it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well then, guys, I think
Either
it's
way,
time.
I think
to
it
wrap things
is.
up.
Yes. I mean, we'll follow through on all of our promises one day.
We will
One
come
day.
back to
Yeah.
this.
The Avatar
watch.
episode, the aquatic episode.
Yes.
I'm sure at this point there's probably going to be like a mythology episode or some shit at this
That's
point.
got to be a thing. I do like mythology. But
Yes.
let's not get too much into it, and let's wrap this up.
Exactly. We'll save
Yeah.
some meat and potatoes for
Exactly.
the main dish.
Thank you for
Yes.
listening to our podcast, Any Last Words podcast.
Yes.
Here with
Thank you for listening to my show and tell. I really hope you enjoyed it.
None of this is scripted, and this was done very early in the morning, so
Exactly.
apologies if it's not quite as high quality as you're used to. I had to rush that out. I just started a yawn, and I had to rush that sentence out before I yawned. But yes, if you like some of the art that you see flying around, not that there's much of it, but if you like it, ghosting_Charlie on Twitter and Instagram. Our local resident artist Jay, she does a lot of that drawing. Brandon's done a fair amount himself, but I don't know if he's doing commissions or anything. But I'm sure if you gave him enough money, he would do anything.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a job at the moment, so
Exactly.
why don't you pay him?
It's sad. Yeah,
give me
pay him.
$10 and I'll do something.
I will swear.
Well, actually, that's an interesting point. We should start like a bidding for, to get Brandon to swear.
See how much we can pay him to get him to swear.
Exactly. We do like a fundraiser,
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's perfect.
We'll see how we go.
Exactly.
If this gets 2 likes.
Wait, no. I'm one of those 2 likes all the time, so
Okay.
don't do that.
So am I.
3. Oh, okay.
5.
Such a you.
5.
5. So that's like 2 likes added to the 3 of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If this gets 5 likes, then
Brandon might say a naughty word.
Might.
ooh.
Ooh, but if we get 7, then he definitely will.
If you give me $100, I'll do it.
That's tempting. I do have access
Guys,
to that kind
you
of
have
money.
to give it to us. So if you do like our content, make sure to subscribe, smash the like button
In the face.
in the face.
Yeah, we're doing a house tour next week,
And
so
Yes, we are.
yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
we'll see
Bye
you
bye
guys
now.
soon.
Bye.
Listen to us. Keep listening to us.
Listen to all our other episodes. Not the only ones. Those are horrible.
Yeah.
Anyways. We completely neglected anything that we wanted to talk about whatsoever for this episode.
I know.
We didn't bring up
See,
E3.
that's what makes it a good episode.
In
It
all fairness,
does.
yeah, E3 wouldn't have been good anyways because it's not something we can.
I mean,
all-
Reggie couldn't talk
No.
about it.
Yeah.
Not that matters, because then I proceeded to talk about things that Reggie couldn't talk about anyway.
We gotta put this down into our list thing again of like